Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is a what sold in April video. We're going to talk about a few of the things that sold for me in the month of April. We're going to talk about how the platforms performed as well. We'll get to that at the end. We're going to start with what sold on Posh Canada. The first item I'm going to show you are these nudie jeans. We got these at the Goodwill 50% off sale. We spent about $4.50 on them and they sold for $80. A couple of things. Number one, we weren't the only people that found these jeans at a Goodwill that day. Other people like Jamie at Thrift on Fire, he found these jeans as well at his Goodwill. So I don't know if they got a shipment of these in. These were new with tags and they sold really well, really quite quickly as well. Another thing I want to say is 4 things that sold on Posh Canada were actually Paul's pickups. So I'm really proud of him. He really has a good eye. He's learning how to get the right brands and everything else. So I was really pleased with what he's picked up. And I got listed on my Poshmark because they sold really well. Anyway, the next one I'm going to talk about is this Sharif bag. It was this sort of woven sort of with 3D flowers. It was really, really pretty. I picked this up at an online auction locally for about $10. It sold for $42. It sat in my closet for about a good 8 months or so, so I'm happy that it's gone, and I'm not upset with the price it sold for. I was happy with that profit. The next ones I'm going to show you is actually a bundle. It was a bundle of 2 pairs of shorts. This is another Paul pickup. One was the brand Raw Blue, and the other one was a brand called Old School with a K in school, not the CH. The bundle sold for $70, so $35 each. Paul believes he picked these up again at Goodwill for about $4.50, so they sold for $35 each. We're happy with that. There were these like sort of hip-hop kind of baggy shorts. They were really interesting. The next one is another pair of these kinds of shorts, and the brand is called Chams. They sold for $30, and again, we picked them up for about $4.50. So that's not bad, and you know, it's the right time of year, and it's kind of an interesting style to pick up. I think Paul picked them up originally just for the style. He thought they were really cool, and I believe at least one of these was new with tags, if not 2 of these were new with tags, so that was really good. The next one was a me pickup, which is good. It is this Torrid dress. It sold for $45 Canadian. And honestly, I don't remember where I got it. Probably, I tend to get dresses at the Goodwill, usually. So I might have paid $9 at most for this dress. I wouldn't pay more than that usually for Torrid because it doesn't sell for good prices for me. It's just the way it is. I see other people selling new with tags Torrids for $60 and $70. I don't know how they do it, but anyway, that's okay. It sold for $45. I'm happy with that, and the customer was happy, so that was good. The next one is another Torrid. I picked this up for style. It was like a lacy, see-through little topper that you put over a tank or a camisole. It had this beautiful fringe, like 12-inch fringe or something. I believe I paid about $4 for this at my favorite Goodwill store, and it sold for $30. So I'm really, really happy with that. The last one I'm going to talk about, you may remember from a recent haul video. It is the, I can't say it, Sol Bari. It has UPF 40 whatever, long sleeved sort of rash guard t-shirt. I picked this up for $6.29 at Value Village, and it sold for $42. Now I do want to just put it into your brain that a lot of these items sold from offers to likers, which means that I added a shipping discount to it, which cost me another $2.50. Just to be transparent, just so you know that if something sold for $80, you know, and I only paid $4.50, there might have been a shipping discount in there, which ups my cost of goods, just so you know. Okay, Posh US, we're going to get it out. I'm going to tell you, it was horrible. It was absolutely dead in the water for me. I sold a total of 15 items on Posh US this last month, which is crazy. Like normally, that's not normal. Normally it is more than double that. Normally it's about half of what Posh Canada does. I do more on Posh Canada. I'm an anomaly. I hear a lot of people talk about their Posh US and their Posh Canada closets, and they say that their Posh US is always more than Posh Canada, and I'm the opposite. My Posh Canada performs really well normally for me, and Posh US is still just building. It's just interesting. But this past month, crap. Absolute poo-poo. It was not good at all. And I still do the same thing on there. Like, if I'm sharing on Canada, I'm sharing on the US. If I'm sending offers, I'm sending offers. If I'm doing a show, I do shows on both. I try to keep it even. When I list equally. So I don't know what happened. I think a lot of people on Posh US were finding slow sales. So I don't know. Hopefully I'm going to say March. May brings it up a bit, because I don't know about that. It was not a high profit month at all, but it was still profit, so I was happy. But anyway, I'm going to share with you a couple of the things that did sell, so I'm happy with that. Number one is this Cole Haan bag. I picked this up at the bins, so my cost of goods was maybe $3 or $4, depending on what bin day it was. It sold for $43, and again, that's US. I'm really happy with that. It was a really nice bag. I almost kept it, but I didn't. So $4 Canadian, so maybe $3 American into 43. I was happy with that. The next ones I want to talk about are these Zara pants. They sold for $30 US. I picked these up at Retail Arbitrage for $5. So I was happy with that. They weren't new with tags, because they actually didn't have the Zara tag on it. So I believe they were new without tags. That's how I did it. So for $30, I was really happy. So it's not bad. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Bloodstone. These insoles have done so well for me. I picked them up Baggy Wall at Value Village. I think I was into each individual pair, maybe $1. They sold for $16 American. So I'm pleased with that. I mean, they're not high earners in that sense, but they've pretty much all sold. They are quicker flips because they're not sticking around forever in my closets. Maybe within 3 months they're selling, so I was really happy with that. The last one, and this one was a Paul pickup as well, but it's been around for a while. We don't remember where we picked it up or how much we paid for it. It is a Jack Victor blazer. It was cashmere and wool, I want to say, and it sold for $42. So I was really happy with that. Was not happy with Posh US and its performance this past month. So in order to sort of counteract that, this month, in the month of May, I am planning on doing silent shows every single day, getting my face out there, getting my closet out there, and just seeing if something gives for that. So we'll see what happens. A couple of eBay sales for me, which is really cool. One has a little story with it. First is this planner. Planners can sell for really good money. I picked this up at Value Village on 30% off day. I spent less than $4 on it, and it sold for $25 US. I'm happy with that. Packaging was really easy. It was with shipping on top. We don't offer free shipping on eBay, so they paid, I don't even know what they paid, to be honest with you. But they did pay shipping on top, so I'm getting the 25 plus whatever, minus whatever fees. So that was pretty good. The next one I want to talk about is this Bob Mackie sort of jacket type thing. It was silk. It sold for $28 US. It was a bins pickup, so I was really happy with that because it was really lightweight. Maybe spent $2 on it. However, and yes, shipping on top. However, customer had a problem with it because the actual sleeves, the cuff, was not actually sewn. It was just sort of tucked up and maybe ironed or steamed in place. I didn't realize that. It's not something I check regularly. And you know what? The way that she sort of produced it to us or presented it to us, we didn't think she was, pulling a switcheroo or lying or anything like that. And she just sort of said, I'm going to have to get them hemmed. What do you think? Would you, consider a partial refund? Because I don't really want to send it back. I like it. So we did end up sending her a partial refund. So I didn't make as much as I wanted to, but I ended up still making a little bit of money. I actually made some profit still, just not very much, because I didn't check. the sleeves. And you know what? That's not something I would normally check, but now it's in my head and I will check it from going forward. Lesson learned, you know? Anyway, that is just a little bit of a what sold video. Like I said earlier, Posh Canada did really, really well this past month. eBay did even better, which, you know what, for us, diversifying that way works really well because combined, we're still doing all right. And, you know, that way, if a platform does underperform like Posh US did, it's not nearly as hurtful in a sense. And I don't mean hurtful emotionally. I mean just hurtful financially. But again, it died. I don't know why Posh US died, but it died. And so far in May, it is, what is it? It's the 3rd of May. I've not had any sales on Posh Canada yet, but Posh US I've had a few. So that's, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to try and figure it out. I'm just going to be more proactive and see if I can get those sales for Posh US this month. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I will be back on Tuesday. Not sure what's going to be happening. What do you guys want to talk about? You can let me know down below. Anyway, that's it. Everybody have a good weekend. Bye.